Hi, guys. Welcome back to another episode of the Moxie Podcast. I'm Saaynia, and this is Sara. Together, we have a cerebral palsy podcast where we want to have a very open discussion about CP, talking about the challenges, the good, the funny, and the achievements. And we want to start having a better mindset, so let's do that together.
Thank you. Yeah, so today's episode, I think it's important we discuss friendships and relationship we experience as adults with TV. I know it can be a daunting conversation and can tend to be negative, but we want to add some positive to it, some life experiences, and kind of chat about how it's impacted us and how we've grown from our relationships as adults. And I think we want to start with our most meaningful relationships we've had in our life. And sure, we can say our parents. I think that's a pretty firm one for everyone.
Yeah.
But apart from them, I know my fiance is very important in my life
Oh.
now. And I never thought I would have that. So it's really encouraging to everyone else, I think, who thinks, this can never happen to me because this or that. Disability aside, it's hard to find someone. It takes a lot of negative and a lot of bad experiences. But I
Yeah.
really think, obviously, and my daughter, I mean,
Yeah, I can't forget about her. She's a product from you guys.
that she's the direct one. And I now I know from being a mom what my mom has felt in that relationship and how it grows and develops. It's crazy. One day she won't need me anymore. And
Oh,
that's
she'll always come
something
back to you.
I know, but realistically, that's something I have to grow to accept. But right now, our relationship is just her needing me so much, and it's so
Hmm.
impactful on my life. So, I mean, those two right now are probably the biggest, most meaningful relationships that I've developed, especially as an
Oh,
adult.
I love that. Oh my God.
Hmm.
I get like right now, yeah, you have to help her with everything and get like, especially like getting dressed, feeding her, like just all the whole preparation. I get, yeah, even a few years, she'll become more and more independent. But I think at the same time, as she grows up, she'll mature and like the conversations you'll be able to have. I feel like it might even bring you closer in terms of, I know teenagers can be a bit rebellious.
Yeah. He's already rebellious. Oh,
No, she's
I'm
just a little bit of a
sure.
troublemaker.
Yes. How about you,
Yeah.
Sonia? What would you say your most meaningful relationship would be?
I'm trying to think. Um, I have a few really good friends, but then there's also my brother who is really awesome. Feel like he's always been there for me despite like being my younger brother, but like I don't know, like he knows like when I need help, he doesn't mind like for the most part driving me places. Like okay, he might give me like a little attitude, but I know it's like lighthearted, right? It's not like like you know what mean?
I
Like it's not
absolutely. And I
like that's
love
just like
the
siblingy, right? Yeah.
yes. You've talked to me about your brother before, and I can
Yes.
tell by your voice and how you talk about him that he is so special to you.
He
And I
really
think
is.
that is just so wonderful. I uh I have two
Yeah, he
brothers
always like
and
just oh sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead. I want to
I
hear you.
I was just gonna say like yeah, he always like steps up like when like I need extra help. Like if it's in regards to my CP, I'm trying to think. I can't think of anything specifically, but it's just like the small things. Like since we live really close right now, like in our apartments, and he's only like a couple minute drive, I'll ask him, "Hey, I need help with like opening this or something," and he'll come over,
Oh
and
my
then
god, that's a real
it's so
man.
sweet. I'm like,
He's gonna
let's
be
be.
such a good husband.
I don't know what girls, so maybe I hope so. Yeah, I hope that's one thing that you've learned. I could see that though.
I
If he can
think
actually,
so.
if he can stop gaming, that's the only thing.
Yeah, that is a fault in most men.
Right, I feel like yeah, games over anything. But it's like really cool because like we had been really close when we were younger and then we drifted apart and we're starting to get closer again.
That is wonderful. I love hearing that.
Aw, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
really happy.
so I want to talk about like how difficult it can be making friends when you
Hmm.
have CP. I know it's so daunting, like social settings, especially if you're going to something alone. You might not even want to try it, you know. Go
Mm.
ahead.
No, I agree. Yeah, keep going. I was just saying, oh yeah.
Um, and I was the same way. I really the only place I would go alone is like the gym and
Hmm.
maybe shopping or something. If it was
Okay.
out to eat, if it was like I don't know, a party or something, I would always want to go with someone else so it felt more secure. But when you're trying to make friends, I think making those leaps are important to just put yourself out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
I definitely agree. I feel like I get so scared to go to not even just new places, anywhere low, but like especially like social gatherings, like being in college. Granted, I don't really go to a lively college, but there are sometimes social events, but I don't
Mhm.
know why. I think, yeah, mainly stemming from my CP, it just like frees up and I get scared because like you
Mhm.
just fear all these things that people are gonna think about, and I'm like, I feel like by the way they see me walk, that might even deter them from approaching me. That's why I sometimes like meeting people when I'm like already sitting down, so then
Mhm.
they can't really tell, and they might like actually give me a shot. Although I've noticed that sometimes I can see like when we stand up and walk, I can visibly see the oh, but they don't say anything, if you know what
Yeah.
I mean.
It's very obvious.
Yeah,
People who are around people with disabilities, when they see something like striking like that, it's like deer in the headlights kind of thing. Like they can't
yeah.
look away, you know. So I
Right, because they're
don't
like,
know.
wow.
I don't blame them. It is quite jarring, I think, but
Right, if you're not used to it, most of the time it
yeah.
doesn't come from a bad place, but then I feel like they might see me as like inferior when they like see the way I walk. It's just very hard. The thing is, because like I didn't really have any friends until I was 14. It was just I felt so like ostracized in
Mhm.
school, and I tried sometimes being more outgoing and it just felt like it didn't make the results. So you just, I feel like, have to find the right people that are willing to accept you. It sometimes seems like there aren't, but there definitely are. And so it's just yeah, it's just it takes I feel like it sometimes takes more time with CP, but then you find really good people because you avoid the fake people to some extent.
Yeah. I talking about how you didn't have any friends till you were 14. I remember in like kindergarten and stuff, we were all friends, right? They didn't care then,
Yeah, they
you
didn't
know?
know better, right? Everyone just was like, you could be friends in like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
It didn't slowly develop.
And we all hung out together. We did everything together. But years, you know, grade 1, 2, 3, it started to like separate. Like the oil and
Yeah.
the fat, it was just, I was outcasted. And
Mm-hmm.
no one wanted to be around me because
They're missing
they were
out.
just so scared. Or I don't know, maybe, they didn't like me, whatever. But I could see that separation as I got older, and I think I did have a couple friends from like kindergarten that I still knew and they still talk to me, but I
Hmm.
don't know if it was like this great friendship.
Right, like there wasn't as much depth to it, like a deep
Mm,
friendship.
right. And I remember maybe it was in like 8th or 9th grade that I finally got a friend that like wanted to hang
Oh,
out with me. It
oh.
wasn't so yeah, it is hard for kids. And I wonder how that affects us as we become adults.
Yeah, the long
Like
term
yeah,
like
like you
damage.
said, we're kind of ostracizing ourselves from going to places we should be freely going.
I think that is such a good thing to bring up because I think that is definitely a direct correlation from the
Yeah,
childhood is just when you're so left out. I don't know about you, but like I was chronically excluded from everything.
yeah,
Like everyone would get invited to the kid's birthday party. I'd be like the only one in the grade that didn't. Things like that. And so now I think
totally.
it's just almost like a safety response or something that like
Mm-hmm.
I kind of hide myself away to avoid that hurt.
Absolutely. I don't mean to get all psychological, but it is
No,
an
go ahead.
interesting thing, right? When you think about it, when we talk about friendship and stuff, it kind of brings back all those kind of hurt feelings and that, like, all the things you went through in the past that kind of got you where you are today. Um,
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Even in terms of like friendships that didn't work out, like I
mm-hmm,
feel like that got me to where I am today. It is a learning curve for sure. So much pain, and it's like there's these couple girls that I thought would be like my ride or die. I
mm-hmm,
thought they were like I knew everything about them. We like just like talked every day about the littlest things, like the most mundane things.
mm-hmm,
Like I thought I would be going to their weddings, and so like talking about it does like bring up that hurt because it's something that's really hard to move through when you do have a deep friendship and or like any friendship. But I do truly believe that people come into your life for a reason, whether that's something to treasure or it was simply a learning lesson. I like to
yeah.
believe that because I feel like, you know what I mean?
I completely agree. And not even friendships, but people come and go, and it's
Yeah, not
okay.
even, no, I'm saying like, yeah, I believe every single
Yeah.
person. It can be a relationship or like a mentor or
Hmm.
someone that you kind of just had even in like a class or something.
Yeah, that feeling when they go away reminds us what lesson we were supposed to learn or how that feeling we felt toward that person was. I
Right.
completely agree. Um, I had a really good friend, my best friend. We were so close for many,
Mm-hmm.
many, many years. And recently she moved to Michigan.
Oh,
So
wow.
or Wisconsin. Wisconsin.
Up north.
Wisconsin. So far. Yeah,
Yeah.
and she had lost her father, and I was trying to be there for her. But
Mm-hmm.
essentially she kept pushing me away because of her
Oh.
depression. And
Mm-hmm.
I knew it was because of that, and
Yeah, nothing on
I
you.
still, maybe I still tried to push it, I still tried to talk to her and be there for her. And at the end of the day, I think she just wants to go her own direction, not be friends anymore. So
Oh, wow.
so it
That
is.
is a really oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, no, no. Go ahead.
I was just to say, wow, that's a really tough like pill to swallow. I can't imagine since you were friends for years and years and you were really, really close and the move definitely had a contribute. And yeah, sometimes people do that when they are going through shit. And I can see why, but it's like you can't like isolate yourself when people are trying to be there for you. And then it's like
Yeah,
yeah, I get like on being on the other end, you keep trying to push it because you don't want to lose it, but at some point, you just have to give up, which is really sad. It's so hard losing a long-term friendship. It's
yeah,
honestly the worst. I can't get over it. So I'm like I know it gets better, but like for me, it's been like almost a year, and I'm still like low-key caught up on it.
yeah. It broke my heart. It's
I'm
yeah, it's
sorry.
recent. Also, I have a daughter now. I can't, throw everything away and go rush to help anyone now, kinda. So
Mm-hmm.
when they do make friendships, I like they're not gonna be number one anymore. They're gonna be number two,
Yeah, your
because
daughter, your fiance, they come
every
first.
every stage is gonna every stage in your life something gonna take top priority. And
Yeah.
although you would love to stretch yourself a million ways, realistically you have to tell yourself, okay, yeah, I can be friends with this person, but no, I can't go party with you whenever you ask me, or no, I can't go
Right, because you
drinking
have other
whenever
priorities.
you ask me. Like, sure, make plans with me. Sure, I can do that, but
Mhm.
yeah,
But right, like
really,
compared to when you're like younger, you can't
mm-hmm,
invest as much time in friendships. So I think when you're younger, like even my age, it's like friendships like are almost number one. But I get like when you're
right,
older, you start having a life, kids, marriage, like
mm-hmm,
or at least your fiance, and it's so different. You have to, and I feel like how you were saying like you want like it's great like extending yourself in miles. Like I feel like sometimes yeah, people try having all these relationships, like friendships or relationships, this that and then it's like when you're trying to pour the same amount of like liquid in 15 glasses versus 5, you're not be able to be the
it's
best
not
to each person.
substantial either. Yeah,
Yeah. It's
it,
few but deeper intimate relationships is better than like 15 fake or just very shallow.
yeah, so it can be hard to come to terms with that. But well, no, no, not all relationship lasts, and it's okay. I mean, you'll get past it, right? I mean, it may
Hmm.
take some time, but something better will come.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Like whether a friendship or relationship doesn't work out, it's like okay, but that means you learn from it and something better is definitely along the way. It doesn't seem, and I get like being caught up because you're like, oh, there's no one else like that. They understood me this way. Like this connection is
Hmm.
like so deep. Like I fully understand that, and I feel like I'm going through that right now. It's like I don't feel like I have like deep like the depth of like friendships that I had a little bit ago, but I do think like how you're saying people come and go and that is okay. And so then the right people will eventually come. It's like you can't always sometimes have like all the right people in your life.
Talking about really like how our friendships or lack of in our childhood affected our adulthood. I that when I was like maybe 18 and on, I really just made romantic relationships priority over friendships because I felt that was something more attainable for me. And I
Mm-hmm.
want to talk about that a little bit. because
Yeah, please.
I don't think that was the right thing to do, but it felt right at the
So
moment.
many girls do that, I feel, or and guys
Yeah.
too, even without CP.
And I think it's maybe a jealousy thing too. Like maybe I felt like girls, you know, didn't want to hang out with me because it wasn't enough for them, and I don't know. We we can have guy and girlfriend, but
Right.
finding boyfriends or dates was always easier than finding
Wow,
a friend to
imagine.
hang out.
Please send me that.
I'm sure you have that already. You'll need that. Um, so I don't know. I just wish I put less effort into that and more effort into finding a true friend. It was so superficial. Everything what
Mhm.
I was after was so superficial.
Right.
And I overlooked the meaning of what I was seeking, which was a friend, someone I can confide in, someone I can just hang out with and be myself around.
Right, because like there's totally a different dynamic between a boyfriend and a friend, and like obviously there's things that you do with each that you can't do with the other, so you need to like fulfill both parts. You can't just have only one. Wow, so that's really interesting. That's something that you would change because I feel people prioritize relationships more, but I guess yeah, sometimes you just can't get that depth that you do in friendships. For me,
Yeah.
it's like the total opposite. Oh my God.
And see, maybe that's where it was in my life, because I was your age, when I was doing all that stuff. So I would say, though, finding a genuine friend would be worth so much more of my time than just meeting these mediocre guys.
Right, that don't mean much.
Yeah.
No, a true
Um,
friend can go a long way because I feel like they will be there to pick you up when that guy dumps you. Sorry, what were you saying?
exactly. No, I was just gonna go into a different topic a little bit. Is that
Okay,
okay?
yeah.
Um, so I think having friends is meeting our social needs and
Yeah.
elevating the quality of our life. And, you know, meeting you, Sonia, I mean, crazy. I didn't know
Wow.
I needed this in my life, but I
Same.
did.
Me too. Like someone who really, really gets me. I literally love talking to you so much. I didn't think we would be like this close, and it's like now I couldn't imagine not. Like you're literally one
Right.
of the most important people in my life.
Can I ask you an awkward question?
Please, yeah, of course. I
Okay.
don't care.
Do you think if we didn't have CP, we would have ever found each other? Or ever been friends? Or ever connect?
Um, I love who you are as a person, and I would, if we met, I would totally be friends with you, but I think our paths would have not crossed since we met
Never,
through
right?
CP. So that's
I
really
would,
unfortunate to think, so I'm glad we both have CP because I wouldn't have met
yeah,
you. But
I
even if you
know.
didn't have CP, you're totally so cool that I would still love to hang out with
Thanks.
you.
Maybe, yeah, that thought just popped into my head. Like, if we weren't affected by this thing, we would have never met each other,
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
crazy to think.
And I just encourage everyone. I don't think having friends online is bad or anything. I think meeting friends online gives you more of a chance to meet a friend actually,
Yeah.
through all the Discord and stuff they have now. Not even me, but like if you're a fan of a certain movie or a certain book or certain music,
It
you
makes
can
it easy to have a community over a shared interest.
correct, yes. And but I do think you shouldn't just have online friends.
Yeah.
I think you are not that you have friends not online, but you actively seek those social type social events that you can still go out and be active in the community. I think that's still very important to do.
Yeah, I agree because like online friendships are great. Maybe you meet someone who gets you. It's easier to meet more like-minded people, but it's you need to go out and like how you're saying, like fulfill like those social needs of meeting someone in person, doing stuff because it's like I feel like you need to get out of the place wherever you live that you can't otherwise you get too comfortable and too
Hmm.
content, but that's just socially stunting you.
Yes, and you become a hermit. I
Mm-hmm.
read online that like this guy he don't go out no more. This
Yeah,
girl
so
she don't want. It's mainly more guys than girls. I do see that. That they just don't want to go out anymore. They just don't want to try. But I
no.
mean, that could be just a phase too. I feel like we all go through phases where it's like,
Yes.
fuck this. You know what? I cannot stand myself right now. I don't want to be around anyone. I just want to be with myself and not do anything. And I think that's, again, just human nature. We're gonna struggle. And we're gonna struggle hard, but as long as we get out of that and try again, it's gonna be okay, right?
Right. I agree. I feel like sometimes you just fall into a pit. I've known, like, I've been there, like, sometimes where, like, when my mental health is bad, like, I definitely self-isolate and I really, like, make a conscious effort to not try pushing people too far away. But, like, sometimes it's like you do want to be alone, but at the same time, you don't. Sometimes it's comfortable being in your own thoughts, even though it's not good, if you know what I mean.
Yes, I one
Even
of
though those
my
thoughts are
safe
bad or whatever.
yes, one of my safest places is to be alone. I love being alone. I've always had because I
That's so
feel
good,
so
though.
comfortable. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the CP. I don't know what the thing. I don't know, but I know I've been at that point where it's just everything going wrong. Somebody said something extremely rude to me. I
Oh.
tried to get myself out there, and I just kept getting shoved back down. And when you're at that point, it's just like, I'm just gonna sit here, binge TV, and not think about my life for the next, I don't know,
Right,
two
you lose the
hours.
motivation to,
Yeah. Hmm.
because you're just so like yeah, it almost feels more safe because then you're like, I can't get hurt when I'm
Yeah.
not alone. I feel like when you like keep getting rejected by people or whatever, or they say rude things, that cripples your confidence to actually
Hmm.
go out more. And so that's just something that you have to really work through, I feel.
Yeah. So I made a conscious effort when I do feel like that. I do go out.
Yes.
I don't stay inside and sulk
Good.
and just be a victim of my own thoughts, basically, because
Oh
I'm the
my God.
only one that's telling me how bad I am. No one else is. It's me. So I
Right.
just actively put myself out there, and it's easier now because it was I have to
He
be.
wants to go out and do
I
stuff. You have
have
to
to
take
be
it.
that person going out and doing everything. So Yeah,
No, that's
that's my
good.
take
That
on
yeah, to
it.
get out, whatever it is. But then I also think like how you said you are comfortable being alone. I low-key think that's also really good in a way too. Is like you don't want to get like too like attached to people or like where you always feel the need to go be with people because I
Right.
know I'm someone who I'm so bad. Gotten a lot better since being in college. I was really bad at this in high school, or well, my last couple years when I had like a huge social life. Like
Mhm.
just being alone, like I don't know, I just got lonely so quick. I didn't know what to do with myself. I got like just went into a spiral of my thoughts, and I feel like it's so important to be able to spend time with yourself and not always need someone because let's be honest, no one is always gonna be there for you. It's like you have to
Right.
learn to be your own best friend.
Mhm. I totally agree. I I yeah, I it's hard too though to look at
Yeah, sure.
yourself and be like, okay, this is what you got. Make do with what you got, you know?
It's almost like you feel stuck.
Yeah, totally.
It is
I'm the
hard to
person that I hate counting on people. I hate it. If
same.
I if I can do it myself, uh, whatever it takes, I have to do it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to be that way. You know, you God or whoever you want to believe puts these people into your life for a reason. You know,
Mhm.
they're not there just to put around. You're there to help them and they're there to help you. So take advantage and live the life that you got now. You know.
No, I 100% agree with that. I'm literally the same way. Like, I want to be as independent as possible. I don't want to have to rely on people. Like, not even just in terms of CP or anything. I don't like asking for help, which it's okay to ask for help, whatever it is, CP later or not. That's why you have these people in your life. It's like I just never want to be a burden. I don't want to be too much because I feel like in the past people have made me feel like I am too much. And
Exactly. Yes.
so now I just kind of hold myself back, but it's so important. True people are there for good or bad. They want to help you out. Like the people you have in your life love you and they will have no problem helping out. But it's yeah, just like breaking through that mental like barrier.
Yes, I think being a burden is like one of my top fears.
Yeah.
I just couldn't imagine, you know, having to someone have to fully take care of me. I think it's a fear for everyone, really, you know. So
Right. Yeah, because even like with some things, I'm like, oh my God, I feel bad like about this, about that. And then I also feel bad because of like my incapabilities, for a lack of better word, where like
hmm
I know I'm holding people back from like when they hang out with me, there might be some things that they want to do, like ice skating, going on a hike, or like I can play some arcade games, but some like you really need two hands. Like just there's some activities that I can't really do, and so then I feel bad. I'm like, oh my God, I'm not as good of a friend or whatever, or like,
hmm
wow, they're not gonna want to hang out with me as much, and I feel like I have to compensate somewhere in some other way, like be extra there for them emotionally, something
yeah.
because I don't want to get left behind.
Yes, I think I overcompensate as well when I feel like I'm lacking in the relationship, whatever that relationship is. I just want like to even out the odds, as they say, or something like that. Make it so I'm worth it, you know? And it's kind
Yeah.
of sad to say it out loud.
It is
But
sad, but you have like this
yeah,
internalized thing that you're inferior and you want to prove yourself that you're worth it. You want them to see you as someone that's worth having. I feel like I'm always like trying to beg for people's attention and love, and I want to be seen. I want to be heard. I want to be seen as worthy.
you are worthy.
You are too.
You are the
You're
most
the most
worthy.
worthy ever.
Um, that's such a good point. Yeah, I think a lot of people with CP overcompensate. Not just
Mhm.
in friendships, but I know when
Relationships too.
yes, even when they're trying to get things done, they will hurt them. Or I know myself, I can only speak for myself, but
Same.
I I hurt my hands when I'm trying to do stuff around the house. I get knocked in the shins, and it blows past me because I'm so used to it. I'm so used to just going through, doing it, just whatever happens, just keep going forward, keep doing
Yeah,
that.
pushing through.
So yes, that overcompensation thing, I think it's again something psychological from her childhood that's
It
like
is.
overgenerated now.
I think it really is because we need to prove it to ourselves and as well as to others. Because I feel like I'm always just been a last resort too. So I think that also feels like because I'm like I
Yeah,
don't want to
and you
lose
don't
more
want to
people. I
be
don't want to be
that.
replaced. I don't
I
want.
want, yeah, I wouldn't be the last resort anymore.
I
I
know I
want
want to be
to,
someone's priority for
right.
once.
I heard someone say this, and they were like giving someone advice, and they were like, "You have this horrible disease," and the guy was like, "What's that?" He's like, you have a sickness where you think everyone has to love you, everyone
Oh
has to
wow.
accept you." And I
Oh.
heard that, and I'm like, yeah, that's me. I hate when people are upset at me. I hate when I feel like I disappointed someone,
Hmm.
especially when it comes to my disability. Something that I did, I spilled something on someone, or I made them embarrassed, or I thought I made
Right.
them embarrassed, and just I have to be the one everyone likes. And
Oh
even
yeah.
if it's because I'm goofy and, you know, trying to be this caricature of what I am. So that was eye opening when I heard that quote.
Wow.
Yeah.
That really is. I feel like that's just literally the embodiment of a people pleaser. And what he said, like, wow, that is me. It's like I just, how you're saying, can't bear to have people disappointing me, not like me. It's like, what could I do better, and how can I be liked? What is wrong with me? And it's like, just keep doing. It's exhausting, almost like putting on a
It's
facade to appeal to
yes.
others. It's like I never want to disappoint people. I can't say no. And yeah, in terms of it is so like with CP, it's like it makes it more embarrassing if I do something wrong. It's almost like guilt, like
Yes. You feel shameful, right?
right, like oh wow, that shouldn't have happened. That nobody else would do that. And I feel like also for me, it's also like seeking acceptance in a way, and that's why I really want to please everyone is because I want to be accepted because I feel like I've there's been so many times where I've been rejected or like invalidated in like not just friendships, not like just numerous types of relationships. And so it's like I'm trying to seek validation from any way that I can, but you really can't please everyone. The most perfect
No.
person is not gonna be liked by every single person. That's just the way of the world. It's like people will get you who get you, people will love you
Yeah.
who love you, and that is enough.
And I started to realize again, like, am I the same person in front of all these different people? Because I feel like I'm a different person for everyone these
Yes.
days.
Oh my God.
I feel like I'm trying to please or like what they like or talk about what they like, and it's just that's exhausting as well when you're just trying to put so much effort into someone that you should just be yourself around, you know?
No, I know exactly what you're talking about because I've just been there like way too many times. It's like you just have, it's almost like you have so many different roles and characters and you just
Hmm.
like put on a show depending who it is with you're with. It's like, yeah, I literally do have 100 personalities. And when you're saying like, I'm so bad at like voicing my opinion with most people or like I act super interested in what they like, which I know is good. Like I love hearing
Yeah,
people genuinely
right.
talk about what they're interested in. But like, yeah, I won't like say something that I'll like, or I won't like correct them or like whatever, or let them like treat me with shit like shit. But it's like so kind of confusing, like especially when I was like early in high school to like mid high school. It's like I felt like I kept like contorting myself into who I was talking with. Like I developed like so many personalities that I like kind of lost who I truly am. I was like took a step back one day and I'm like, wait a minute. What do I like? What do I believe? Who am I? What
Yeah.
is my personality? I just felt so lost because I felt like I picked up other people's, which obviously is natural, but did it more to fit in, more to be like that person. I'm like, wait, but who am I? What?
You're so smart though. You figured that out a lot sooner than I did. Like, I'm just
Really?
getting into this, like, I'm not pleasing everyone. What do I like? What makes me happy? And I think that's, first of all, a huge question. You're always kind of learning, but at least I don't have to perform anymore. I can just
No, I'm
be
so
me.
glad you've reached self-acceptance and like who you are, because again, the right people will like you for who you are and embrace you for who you are. Because like there's been times in the past where like I would found like I knew what a guy's interest was and I would like fully immerse myself
Yeah.
into knowing everything about it. Like this guy, I knew he liked tennis. I'm like, oh my God, I studied like the whole sport just so I could talk to him about it.
I think all girls do that,
Yeah, I
though.
think that's really not. No, that's like kind of a side quest. That's not like not what I was talking about before. Is
No,
like
like,
actually like yeah,
I
different.
love cars. They are so cool. Yeah. Tell me, tell me
Oh my
more.
God, I love that video game too. Let's play Valorant.
Yeah. Us silly little girls, we do that.
No, but I know yeah, all girls do that. You gotta
Yeah.
do what you gotta do.
Do what you gotta do, girl. Yes. Jesus, I wanted to say something. Oh, yes.
I'm
I
so
feel
sorry.
like. No, it was. No, you're fine. I feel like we'd be great actresses. Like, I
Oh
could
my
feel.
God, we act on the daily.
I feel I
Better
could
than real
fit
life
any
practice.
role.
We could. Oh my God, Hollywood, hire us, please.
Oh,
We got
yeah.
you. Very versatile.
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah, I'm
sometimes
sure
I
that.
forget when I'm acting. I'm like, then I'm thinking, I'm like, wait, I'm just gone to the point where I gaslight myself, low key.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yes.
mean?
My customer service voice on 24/7.
Oh, you
Sorry, I
gotta pull
didn't
that out. Oh my
realize.
God, everyone has that.
I didn't turn off today. Sorry.
Sorry, out of order. Out of business. PTO.
So, one other thing I wanted to talk about is I just popped into my head last night when I was working on these notes, and I was thinking, like, this podcast, like, we can have so much more scrutiny then say if me and you just walked into a room and we were talking and we
Hmm.
went to like a social gathering. Like in that setting we only had these people to judge us, right? These like
Yeah.
50 people. But
Who's
now
ever? Yeah.
and now we have this huge scope and it's just like it excites me more than it terrifies me
Yes, me
because
too.
the whole reason we're talking today, friendship, how bonding was. Okay, yes, you're gonna have those normal able-bodied people friendships, sure. Those are great. But bonding with someone who had like the same type of CP or not, how do I say this? Like, yes, me and Sonia are different, but our
Mhm.
flaws are somewhat similar. Not our
Yeah.
flaws, but I'm not saying this well.
Challenges, adversities.
Yes, we have like life experiences that just add up, and it's
Oh
just.
yeah, no, Sarah will say something. I'm like, did you live my life for a bit?
Yes, and again, I think it's just 'cause I'm old. But yes,
You're
finding.
not. You're
I
young at heart,
feel
and
like
you
it.
look young. It just aged.
Hey. But yes, fine. Even though we kind of set ourselves up for this potential scrutiny, I think it's
Hmm.
the friendships and the content we have outweighs the bad that could come to us because we
Yes.
know this is for good. This is not
Hmm.
like we know we're not professional and we don't
By no means.
see the perfect things all the time, but it's
Yeah, we
genuine
apologize.
and it's yeah, it's genuine and it's real and we can give you the advice we got along the way.
Yeah, the things we've learned, just raw experiences. I'm trying to be as we're trying to be as like vulnerable as possible, which I feel like is real connection.
Yes.
Do you like, sorry, this is kind of like switching, but I
No,
was
go
just
ahead.
curious, like for me, like when I'm with somebody, like an able-bodied person, I get worried that they feel embarrassed being with me because of like the way I walk or whatever, or how my hand is. Like I almost feel embarrassed for them because of me. Or I've
Yeah.
gotten better about that, but in the past, oh my God.
Yeah, I think we, although different, things we're embarrassed about, it's
Hmm.
the same thing. It's like, hey, man, you get like the nervous belly like an
Hmm.
hour before you're going. And like you meet up with them and you're kind of nervous at first because,
Always.
oh God, don't be bad.
The
Just don't.
anticipation, oh my
Yeah,
God.
the anticipation is, you took the words right out of my mouth. Yes, that
That's
can
worse
be
than
the
like the
worst.
actual thing.
Yeah.
Your head just builds it up, and then the physical symptoms that arise. Who?
Yes. And you're walking on eggshells too, and I'm sure they don't want to be around that. I'm sure they'd rather us drop a million things and just be ourselves than
Hmm.
stress out about, being someone we almost can't be. We can't be perfect. Neither,
And everybody knows that it's okay to mess up or
hmm
drop something or whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't know, we just feel like this need, like to be perfect, where I'm like, oh my God, I can't mess up, I can't do anything. And it's just like, and I
And
feel like I'm not fully present there, because I'm thinking about all
exactly.
this stuff. And it's like, yeah, they would much rather me actually be there because I'm not being as fun as like I could be.
Right. And like when you're in that mindset, forgot what
No,
I
when
was
you're in
gonna
that
say.
mindset,
Shoot. Well,
crap.
anyways,
All the time, mid-sentence. Oh my God.
yeah,
Please,
mid sentence.
you got this.
But
When you're in that mindset.
yeah, when you're in that mindset, I think it's gone.
Oh no, maybe
I
I'll come
think
back
it
later.
left. It's out the window. Um, Uh, but yeah.
Oh no, what was it? Do you want to talk more about like the relationship side of things? And if you remember it, let me know anytime. Like interrupt me. I
Okay.
don't care.
Yes. What specifically?
I just wanted to talk about like for me, like Sarah here gets all the men. But like
No,
for
I
me it's
don't. They're not good men. They're just willing,
but
I
look at who they
guess.
led you to. It's
Yeah.
so cute. Oh my God, when you talk about him, it like literally makes like my heart like boom boom boom. Like I think it's so cute.
I know. I can't let him know though.
No, yeah, you don't let him get that power over you. He knows.
He will never know how much I
No,
give.
except that wait, does he watch these?
No, no.
Oh, okay, then you're good.
He knows about it, but he doesn't. I'm like,
I mean, yeah, it would be
you
a lot to
better
watch.
not.
Okay, yeah, then he'll never know because my mouth is sealed.
Yep.
What I was saying, like for me, like I don't know, it's been so hard. Like I I've only gotten like played by guys besides like when you're younger, you know, like whatever. Like I guess I technically had something, but I messed that up. But oopsies, that's whatever. But
Mm.
like older, like high school, early college, like I don't know, it's just been hard. Like I got played so hard. Like one time, like this guy, his whole plan was to get with this other girl, like because she had rejected him, but that was that. And then this other guy, being in college, I know this is just how most men are, I won't say all, but like this
Uh-huh.
guy, we were at this dance and then he asked for my Snap or Instagram. I told him like, "Oh, I don't really believe in Snap." So then he asked for my Instagram and then we started texting and then we decided to meet up and then we like barely talked, like literally nothing. And then we just played chess. In one game I beat him really easily, even though I hadn't looked at a chessboard in like forever, like five ever. And then he's like, "Oh, I wasn't really trying. I'll play again." I beat him even worse, so but like whatever. And then this man has audacity. We don't even know each other. He has literally the audacity to be like, "Oh, do you want to go to my dorm and chill?" I know what that's code for.
Yeah. I've been played like that too. I mean, sure. I think more guys wanted sex than any type of relationship
I
with
think
me.
when they're
That
young, they're just so
that was
sexually
clear.
motivated.
That was super clear. That I was not that I did it, but that's kind of what I was good for to them.
Right.
It,
I'm so sorry. Yeah, it's like that's
no,
what
it's
they want.
alright.
They can't see you deeper.
But I know it seemed like I have not been in a relationship with that many guys, but I have had plenty of guys who have told me, you know, um, if it wasn't for that, or um,
That's
guys in high school that totally like rejected me, and now they're like are trying to talk to me. It's like,
too
wow,
late.
it's just too
They're
late. It
obsessed
would
with
have
you.
never happened, but yeah,
Yeah, whatever
yeah.
happened, but damn. No, I hate like when like it changes just because of your CP. Like, oh my God. That makes me so mad because I feel like that's definitely a contributing factor because like I don't know. Like everyone around me is getting into relationships like endlessly. Like pretty much everyone I know is, or like they've talked to someone like serious, like and haven't been played. Like it was genuine, and
Mhm.
like this guy in high school, I wasted almost 3 years on. Horrible mistake, but it's like
Yeah.
the point is like everybody, because I know I'm at that age, right? And it's like kind of a bit dejecting because it's like it sometimes just falls in people's lap. Like I'm like I don't know how people are jumping from one relationship to another. They get broken up, they're sad for a bit, they find someone again. Like I don't know where they're finding people, and I definitely feel like my CP is a contributing factor because I've had it's just like it's kind I'm like, when will it be my turn, if you know like what I mean? Because I'm like, I'm happy
Yes.
for everyone, like, okay, they're happy and in love, they're getting into all these relationships, but at the same time it's like I wish that was me, because that's something that I want, but like it's like unlike most things, how like if you want something, if you work hard enough, you can get it, but like this is like I hate that it's like out of my control. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll
You're
tell
like,
you,
wait.
I'll tell you again, that's exactly how I felt. It didn't matter the guy who I was seeing or whatever, they weren't quality, you know? And if
Mm-hmm.
and most of the time I was being used, and it wasn't
So
worth the
sad.
effort, and I almost wish that I didn't have all this experience, you know?
Right.
So,
That's
and
painful.
I remember crying to my mom in high school because, yes,
Mhm.
nothing, you want a boyfriend in high school, right? You want to
Right.
feel
Like you want to get
like,
asked to prom. You want to go
yeah,
on dates.
exactly. And I remember crying to my mom. I said, I'm gonna be alone. I'm never gonna have a family. Because I feel like
Look
my
at you.
one true desire was to have a family until I thought
Mhm.
it was impossible. So I
That's
kept
crushing.
pushing it out of my head, thinking that that's just not for me. It's not possible. You
That's
know,
how
and
I
my
feel.
mom said to me, Sarah, it's gonna happen. You
She was
gotta
right.
give it time. It's not gonna happen when you want it. It's gonna
Mhm.
happen when it's meant to be.
That's
And
true.
of course, your mother, you're like, shut up.
You're like, shut up. Of course, you're just
Oh,
gonna say that, but
but
I mean,
yeah,
there's definitely truth to it, but like when you're in the situation, it just seems so hopeless. Like I'm trying to now at this point convince myself, okay, like to be okay with being alone forever, which
hmm
is just so sad because like I
you
don't
won't
know.
be alone forever, and
I
I
know
know
it's like
that's
I
true.
want to love because I feel like I have so much love to give. I want to be loved. Like okay, I'm like a total hopeless romantic. It's so bad. And it's like I don't know. I don't really want a family, but like just like I don't know, like a guy to be there for you. And I see like all these cute things that guys potentially do, and it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel for you. That's all I can say.
Yeah, because I'm like, oh, okay, it can happen now, and then it never does, and I'm like, wow.
And I just want to give you hope that, sure, don't feel like it, and that you're kind of sick of waiting, but
Right.
it'll be there when it's meant to be.
It's just hard because I feel like because of my CP, obviously there's so much I can do, and like friends, okay, they can like work past it because like that's not something that they're living with. There's not like a full ass lifelong commitment, but I mean
Yeah,
lifelong friend. But it's not something like, you know what I mean? Like a relationship, like you go together, you guys or it's but so it's like I don't know, for someone to
I,
accept that, oh my God, it's just hard for me to believe that someone will actually see me as a
I,
person.
I know, I've been where you've been. I know
Yeah, honestly, you give
exactly
me
what
like
you're
hope and
feeling.
motivation. Like I
I hope,
think,
I hope so. And I never thought I would do that for anyone.
wow.
So
And look at you,
it's
you are. You just I literally love your guys' relationship so well and how you praised Addie.
thank you. We fight plenty. Don't don't
I
get
mean,
it
I guess that's
twisted.
normal.
We're not perfect, that's for
I
sure.
mean, no couple is, right? I feel
No.
like perfect means that you're just like repressing feelings. If
Yeah. And I don't wanna be fake at all. Like I struggle. We both, me and him. Even with parenting, it's not easy. It's not easy.
I can
So it's a
imagine.
work in progress. He is a
Right,
great
and maybe
film.
you have like different parenting styles, and I can imagine that there might be a clash, especially as she goes older, you guys might have like different stances on
Yeah,
things.
he is an asshole sometimes, but I love him dearly.
You love him even as an
Again,
asshole.
don't tell him.
Nope, it
I
doesn't
won't.
leave this video.
I want him to know. But yes, I
He
do.
will not know. At least
Well,
not from me.
thank you, Sonia. Let's tight, okay? Don't tell. Um,
Nope.
can
Listen
we
and don't
end?
tell.
Yes, can we end this on a good note? So, do you
Yes.
want to tell us what like good thing happened to you this week?
Let me
Thanks.
see. Um, trying to think. What good thing?
Well, you're thinking, oh, and mine,
Yeah, you
okay?
can just share your good thing
I don't
first.
know if this is like a good thing, but I found a series I thought was so good. It's a bit
Ooh,
raunchy. It's called The
okay.
Boys on
Interesting.
Prime. It's about these jaded superheroes that are
Okay.
into some not good things, and they are actually bad guys. So most of the superheroes in the show are bad people. And this position is pretty cool. It
That's
is,
crazy that superheroes are bad people.
yeah, it's raunchy, so, don't watch it with mom and dad, but
Oh
it's
no,
pretty
yeah, there
good.
are just some shows where I don't
Yeah,
really watch much
no.
with my parents anyway. That's so good. Are you binge watching it?
Yeah, yeah. Whenever I can,
As
because obviously I don't watch it with daddy, so it's
Oh
either
no,
like
she needs to be
super
far away.
early, super early in the morning or super late at night. So
Yeah,
when I'm
right.
like,
During her sleeping hours.
right, if I like have laundry to do, I'm actually excited now because I get to like watch
There's
the
your
show.
motivation.
Yeah,
Watch and do laundry. There you go. Killing two birds with one stone.
I love having a good series, that takes
No,
up
it's
so
so
much.
exciting. It's like actually
Yeah,
something to look forward to. And then when you finish it, isn't it like kind of like really sad? You're like, oh, that's it. I don't have anything to look forward to now. It's like it
yeah.
becomes like so part of your routine.
And I'm so looking forward to the Wheel of Time that's coming on Prime. And then
Oh, I've heard of it.
it's good. You should watch it. And
Wait,
what
can you
else?
give me like a premise? I'm not too familiar with
Um,
it.
the Wheel of Time. It's a fantasy series. Are you into
Okay, you like
that?
fantasy a lot,
I
I
love
see.
it. Yes. So it's kind of like the chosen one type thing. There's a lot of
Oh,
magic. There's a lot of suspense, and it's not super gory, I don't think. It's got some stuff in there. It's a lot. It's, I would say, drama more, like a
oh, drama's so
fantasy
interesting.
drama. Yeah. And then, do you know The Last of Us, the
I've
zombie
heard, see,
show?
I've heard of all these, but I don't really know what they are.
Okay, so Last of Us is like zombie apocalypse type stuff. It is so good though, and it's coming season 3 or 2. I don't remember. Maybe 3.
Ooh, wow,
Coming
you have
up
so
in
much to look
April.
forward to.
I love TV a little too much.
No, and
Yeah.
that's good. It's such good time pass. Good like relief stressor, get your mind off, immerse yourself into a new world.
And
I
there's,
wish I did. I just don't have the attention span.
yeah, I think it's your age group, not to be rude.
Oh, I know. I've heard that one too many times. I
uh, if there's anything better than, sorry, my puppy is chewing up tissue paper. That's a noise.
hopefully he's not eating it.
It's okay. It's just paper. He'll just poop
That's
it out.
true.
It's
Anybody can eat paper.
okay. There's nothing better than like a good series except like a really good book, audio book. That's like
That's
one of
so
my
good. You
favorite.
read. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Like
No,
I
I guess
just go ahead.
no, you go ahead.
I think my favorite audiobook I've listened to is the Lord of the Rings. It is so good.
Oh, do you really like it that much?
Oh yes, I love it.
Wow.
Like if I could do like cosplay, I would so like
Cosplay Lord of the Rings.
I am so nerdy like that. It's just ooh, give me
Oh, I
shivers.
could see you pull out those pro acting skills that you
Oh
know.
yeah, you know it,
Yeah, I know you could play any role. I don't know, Lord of the Rings was so boring to
girl.
me. I read like 20 pages and I'm like, I'm literally falling asleep. I think if I look at this book for a second longer, I'm going to throw it across the room.
It's so funny. Yeah,
I don't know.
and me,
I just Harry Potter's better, Loki.
it is good, and I will stand on that hill. I love Harry Potter, but I think the Lord of the Rings is just so much more mm, deeper and richer
Oh,
and all
really?
that. Yeah,
Wow, because
I
I feel
love
Harry
it.
Potter is so depth. I never got into the plot of Lord of the Rings, but it seems so mid.
You and your slang.
I was gonna throw it in there.
Alright, mid. What does it mean?
It means
Mid.
like it's unimpressive. Like, oh, okay, like so what? Like mid. It's like below average. It's like, you know what I mean? It's hard to explain slang. Like
Sure,
I
sure.
just know what it means, but it basically means like it's unimpressive, like below par almost.
Okay, and then when I say you got Riz, you know what that means.
Yeah, Riz is like someone like it's mainly like used like almost like flirting or like romantically, but I mean it's technically can be used as like charisma. But it's like, oh, that guy has Riz.
Okay, so I got it wrong.
Wait, how have
So
you heard of Riz? Oh my
I
God.
I think through you. I don't know. I
Oh
don't
wow,
know.
interesting.
Yeah.
Well, the men I've interacted with have zero Riz. They don't have
Okay.
W Riz.
Yeah, Mike has no Riz. He's a good guy.
He somehow
No
told you
Riz.
though.
Anyway,
Rizless.
Sonia, you've had enough time to think. What's your good thing?
Okay, yes, I know it now. It slipped my mind, but this is honestly
Okay.
such a good thing. Last night, um, and like over like the evening time, I was like refreshing like the housing thing, like because I
Mm-hmm.
had like they were like, oh, we can offer you housing, but it wasn't the unit that I had wanted. I wanted a one bedroom. They were offering me a two bedroom, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be stuck here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna like, and then I refreshed like last evening, and what do I see pop up? Oh,
One
one bedroom
bedroom.
by one bedroom, and so I signed that lease, and I get
Yeah.
my own place next semester.
I love that for you.
I'm so excited. Oh my God, I feel like it's gonna be so freeing. I can go out in the common space when I want to. I don't have to worry about like loud. I'm not gonna go into everything, but yes, I
Yeah.
am so excited.
No more fighting
Yeah,
roommates.
exactly. No more psychoticness.
Thank God.
Like I
Alright,
literally
guys.
told my family friend everything yesterday and she was like, "Wow, okay."
Is she just as upset as I was? It's
Yeah, she
ridiculous.
actually no, I think you take the crown. Oh my God, because you're like the sweetest. You feel things deeper, but I am but you know the problem is this apartment that I'm at right now, it's so
hmm
dumb. It's like you can't just pay to break it even though the lease doesn't start until August and I wanted to cancel it. I signed it stupidly in October because after a month of living here, they're like, "Oh, you need to renew your lease. This is the cheapest rate it will be." So as a college student, you bite into that pressure because you're like, "Oh my God, I need to save money, right?" And it was $100 per month cheaper than what I pay now at that same place. So I'm like, "Oh my God, I need to sign it." And then a couple months later, I'm like, "I'm done with this." And so, but then I emailed them. I'm like, hey, it's 8 months in advance over. Like, can I please cancel this lease? I made up some BS excuse. I'm not attending the school. I've like some huge problems, whatever. Obviously, they didn't buy it. And like, oh, you can, but you have to find someone to take over lease and pay the transfer fee. I'm like, I can just pay the transfer fee because they do find people. Like these apartments fill up. Like they have no
Right,
problem finding someone. Be
right.
so for real. So finding someone has been so hard. I've been like looking for like a month and I can't find someone. People be interested and then just stop answering.
Maybe it's the other
Sorry, I know it's
person.
supposed to be a good thing, but I think I will find someone. So I just can't be paying two leases.
Thank you everyone for watching. We're gonna end our show today, but we want you to know we want to be a voice for the CP community, offering our experiences, insight, and advice. We want to help anyone feeling alone, and we are your CP friends, and we truly mean that. If you need to talk, if you need to hash things out, vent, we're here for
Yeah.
you. And we're gonna put all our socials in the
Hmm.
description below. Hopefully, we can change the narrative on CP one episode at a time. Thank you everyone for watching.
Yes, we love
Uh,
you
our
guys.
goofy asses. I don't know
Yeah,
how
thank
we
you
can.
for tolerating us and actually
For,
staying.
for real. Alright, bye guys.
Bye.